Hi, my name is EC Gray Peoples, and this is Zoe Gray Peoples. Say hi.
Hi.
Wait at the camera. So I started at Delta in 2018, and my major is psychology. Yeah, I decided to come to Delta because I went back to school, became a mom, and so decided to pursue my career in psychology, and wanted to provide for her and not live paycheck to paycheck. So I definitely wanted to do that and make a success out of my life. And my accomplishments, I actually got awarded this year of the Outstanding Student Award. So I was really surprised with that. It was like a huge accomplishment, I guess you would say, because I finally felt like, okay, I'm finally doing something right. Being a mom, being in school full time, also just making sure that I get enough sleep so that way I can still be able to do my coursework, my homework, and then making sure that she's okay. She keeps me going, and just also reminding myself that this is going to be all worth it in the end. And now I graduate next semester, so I'm starting to see the end of the tunnel. It means a lot to me to be an example for my daughter because growing up, my parents are definitely educators, but I felt like I didn't really do well with school. And then now, having her see me go through it, I feel like that definitely is modeling, and it shows her how important education is as well. I love Delta because this school has really encouraged me to continue on with my career. Employees, I want to say thank you, a huge thank you, because if it weren't for them, I definitely don't know where I'd be. I probably would have dropped out again and just felt like, oh, I can't do this, because school wasn't a strong suit in my life growing up. And now it's starting to feel like it's starting to make sense and it's starting to fall into place. So thank you for being patient, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for constantly encouraging me.
Okay. Hello, my name is Joshua Rodacker. I started Delta College in 2019, and my career path is to be an AOD counselor, which is a drug and alcohol counselor. About 2016, I found myself going through some rough times, and I myself became a victim of alcohol and drugs, and I made some bad choices. And so Delta College, they have an alcohol and drug class, and so I decided that that would be the best thing for me to do so I could come and help people that were in my shoes once, because not all people are bad. Sometimes they make bad decisions, and so they just need a little guidance, you know. My eventual dreams is actually to be a counselor, to be a AOD counselor, and give back to the community, give back to the people. Like I said, a lot of these people are good people, been brought up in good homes, and it's just they need an extra encouragement or somebody just to give them more advice and be there for them, you know, and show them that there's a better way. Failure is a stepping stone to success, is what Delta College has taught me, is that even though I've had many failures in life, that was just a stepping stone to success, and that I could be whatever I want to be. To the people at Delta College, you guys have been wonderful. You guys are some people's second chance and last resort. You guys are like an open door to people who have never had that before.
Hi, my name is Becky Plaza, and I am a professor and counselor here at San Joaquin Delta College. I've been with San Joaquin Delta College for almost 8 years. So when I was a community college student myself, I didn't really have a counselor to help me out. And so when I decided to go back to school for my master's degree, counseling was really what I wanted to do because I was a first-generation college-going student myself. I made a ton of costly mistakes, like really costly mistakes, and I wanted to help other students not have those same expenses in their lives. I became a counselor, and I realized after a few years of counseling that what my job really was to believe in my students until they believed in themselves. I think one of the most rewarding parts of my job is watching my students overcome serious struggles, things that maybe the average bear wouldn't be able to overcome, but these students find their resilience, find their strength within themselves to overcome. And I've seen everything from situations where students were in domestically abusive situations to to where they were supporting not only themselves, but entire families. And then, of course, with COVID, we've seen situations that were already serious get more serious. So it's just a joy to be able to help my students overcome, navigate, and ultimately reach the goals that they want to reach and be successful. I know we've been through a long, almost 2 years at this point, but I really believe that we are in a position for positive change, not only for our students, but for our Delta College as a whole. We've got an opportunity to revise our strategic goals and mission and vision to be more in line with what we already do every day, which is inspire and motivate and help our students find success. And so I guess my message would be is think about those students. We are changing lives every day, and that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. And even in the hard times, I just think about the differences that we have made for our students, and that's what keeps me going.
Hello, my name is Joseph Flores, aka the King of Delta. When I first started off at Delta, I was a veteran student, so I used the GI Bill just for a funding source to live off of and get by. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do at the time, but I knew I wanted to go to school and take advantage of the GI Bill. And life happened, like many students, and I ended up in Sacramento working for the state. And I was granted custody of my son. He was 8 years old at the time, and I relocated back to Stockton and started over from zero. Semi-homeless, you could say. It was rough, and it was just me and my son, and I had to put my pride aside and apply for social services. Put ourselves on Section 8 housing, and it was humbling experience for me, and it was real challenging for me. And during those times, I didn't have a car. Sometimes I had a suspended driver's license, paying child support at the same time, so I had a lot of challenges. We went to the food bank at times, and it was one of the low points of my life, you could say. Taking classes was like rewarding for me. It felt validating for me to get an A like in criminal justice classes. So I just kept pursuing that. And that kind of led me to the path where I'm at right now. Yeah, Delta College is amazing. I call Delta College the no excuse college, because literally there's no excuses. Like in my situation, I didn't have transportation. So they provided bus passes, monthly bus passes for me to get to and from school. And I wouldn't be here without that. If you don't have a laptop, Delta provides laptops for you. If you can't afford college, they give you 2 years for free. And just recently, they waived tuition fees for anyone that had an outstanding debt. So there's really no excuses. Delta is like one of those places where if you don't have a home, like Delta's your home, you can come to the library and just hang out and learn and study, and there's resources here. So there's a lot of places to go. How can I tell my son to go to school and go to college when I've never been? And so I felt like leading by example is the best way to do it. And so that's why I put myself to college, so I can say, now it's your turn, son. To all the professors, thank you for what you do. You guys are inspiring. I believe it's helpful when you tell your life stories in class and share those experiences because they're relatable. And on top of that, many of us look up to you as role models and aspire to be just like you. You just need to believe in yourself. That's it. If you have a dream, this right here is where you can achieve it.
Hello, my name is Carissa Gilliley, and I started Delta College in 2015. This is Ella and Mia, and I started college because I felt like I wanted a career. My career was culinary arts. When I first started Delta, I was kind of nervous. I didn't know who to turn to. The challenge was just trying to not miss school a lot. I know they were sick quite a bit. They had their coughs and colds and stuff at the time. Just being a single parent, it just felt like it was kind of hard to manage school and my girls and try to work as well. And it just seemed so overwhelming. And at times I just felt like, how did I get here at this point? I just felt so stuck for the last few years and trying to feel like unstuck. So I'm just trying to get to that point where I feel okay with myself. Delta College has helped me a lot by giving me resources for like the vouchers and the things to help pay for my books and supplies that I need. For like essays, things that I had to write, they gave me a little bit of time to write those things or like do my test. It is a huge deal that I'll be graduating Delta College with a culinary arts degree and feeling that I have made a huge improvement for my life. I would tell the professors that I just want to tell them thank you for all the support that you have gave me to get through the college and the process of working through this while raising my daughters on my own. So I just want to tell them thank you for the help.
I believe in you, Mommy.
I believe in Delta College.
And Stockton.
I believe in Stockton. Tell them.
I'm gonna be the Stockton.
I believe in second chances.
I believe in my students until they believe in themselves.
I believe in you.